Righty. So, a special extra guest in this StarCraft match. TV's Junglist here playing the Blue Zerg.
And over on the left, top left, we've got Anthony Fordham playing Yellow Terran.
And
Like
down
a
the bottom
bit of a
right,
jump.
I'm Nick, and I'm playing Green Zerg.
And bottom left is Daniel Hindes as the Red Protoss.
Yeah, I love the start of a StarCraft game. I make this point every time. It's really dynamic and interesting.
Yep.
How many probes is it going to build?
So my Overlord is winning the race out of the base there, as you can see.
Where is he heading off to? Where are you sending him?
Well, at the moment, I'm just sending him over here into the only ground access into my base, apart from the rocks at the back. So yeah, if you're looking there, he's sitting on that expansion.
Because as the song goes, don't be fooled by the rocks at the back.
Yeah. No, well, if you actually, each of our bases, Dan, if you want to flick back there.
Right, to your base.
To the left of that hatchery, you'll see that there is in fact a pile of rocks. So
Oh,
that's
right,
the only
yes.
other access into the main. But obviously you have to bash those rocks out. So later on you'll see that I position an Overlord there.
So
just
what I
scouting.
should have actually done is bash through my rocks, bash through your rocks, and just
Yeah.
come up behind you.
You
Oh,
could
yeah.
have done, but I had an Overlord there fairly early on. So
Okay.
I would have seen you, and I would have had some roaches. But if you look at the unit count later on, I think you'll find that Dan would have had the advantage.
Now Nick's just got his spawn pool coming up. It's about a quarter built. I got my gateway coming up. It's just over a quarter built, so we're pretty neck and neck here. Anthony's got his barracks coming up. He's already got his supply depot too.
And if we look at Jeremy Junglist,
Yep. How's he going? He's putting both of his overlords at the rocks.
yep. At the moment, he's
Junglist is
concentrating on
actually the
economy.
slowest out of all of us.
Well, he's concentrating on economy.
Yeah.
If you look
Right.
at his count, he's got as many workers as you two have. I actually had the least amount of workers for quite a long time. But you know, I guess it's all about how you use the resources that you get. More
That's
so
exactly
than
right.
He's in
anything else.
Silver League though, isn't he? But you're in Gold League
He's- yes,
now.
he
Daniel's
is,
in Gold League. I haven't been placed yet. I haven't played
So
enough.
Junglist was he was telling us when he was here. He's finished his placement matches and he's been put into the Silver League and he's been getting absolutely snapped by pros.
Whoops.
Korean or no, we're not sure. Now I just finished my placement
so
matches.
Dan's got his 2 gateways up. Which
Yep,
is,
I got my 2
always
gateways.
a problem.
Yep, and you can see one of them's already pumping out a zealot with a chrono boost.
I'm actually in mine. I'm concentrating on my economy at this point, so I've actually got both my extractors going.
Oh
both
right,
getting-
yes, because you're
getting-
very gas heavy, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm very gassy actually.
You're very gassy. Yes.
But yeah, so I mean that gas stuff is quite essential for roaches.
Yep.
They don't need a lot of it, but they need some. Also, it's important for me to get my hatchery up into.
Junglist is
layer
actually
fairly
following
early
your lead and getting both of his hatcheries up too.
Would
Sorry,
on.
extractors.
So
would
yeah,
you,
I've
would
actually,
you like to hear about what I'm doing?
Yeah,
Yes, what are you doing?
I have no idea.
Anthony
I'm
up
building
there.
some. I decided to go for the marine spam
Yep.
and
yep.
the kind of puppy dog eyes. You'll see how the puppy dog eyes work in a little bit. But the marine spam, 2 barracks, both with reactors, which allows me to build 2 marines at once from each barrack.
So Anthony.
Not a good build for playing, shall we say, a real match, because by this stage it would have been rushed. You know.
If you want to look at our APM for a sec, now that Anthony has just started building his barracks, he's gone up to 70, 80. Nope, now I'm up to 100.
Yeah. I was about to say, just until just then, Anthony, you actually didn't have any combat units out at all.
Really, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I've still got
And
the
here comes
lowest
zealots
APM.
now.
Here we go, here they
into
come.
the base.
Oh yeah, this is the puppy dog eyes. Puppy dog eyes. Oh, it's gone away already.
Yeah.
See, I missed it.
so Dan
Basically, what I did is I said, "Oh, I haven't got much stuff yet, dude." So he's gone. All right, I'll go and attack someone else.
Yeah.
That doesn't work online.
Dan
No.
could have won the match, but if you look at how much faster
maybe not.
Terran production is now, Dan's left the base within like less than a minute ago, and already, Anthony, you've got 11. No, not that many. 9 Marines out.
Yep.
So-
Constantly
Or
building
12.
4 more as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's those reactors, isn't it? The dual build.
Yeah, that's right. That it really does boost the marines. They
yeah.
only cost 50 each, so it's pretty easy to save up. And now I'm upgrading their weapons and all this.
Now, if you look, some Zerglings and my Zealots just ran past each other in the,
Yeah,
the
that
middle of the
happens
map.
a lot. Yeah, at this stage, I was just focusing on scouting with those Zerglings. I didn't have enough. I wanted to start concentrating on roach production as soon as possible, because I knew Anthony would go. I mean, not Anthony. Dan would go straight for the Zealot
I
rushes.
find it amusing that you checked out to see whether or not I had expanded yet this early in the game. I don't
Well,
know
I mean,
what your thoughts were. Now, I've just gotten 3 more Zealots out, luckily, as you come into my rank.
okay. So here comes Dan into my expansion, which I just tried to expand into, because obviously hatcheries are quite important for Zerg. And there goes my drone. He's running around in circles quite ably. But then down here it all fell apart and it died.
Never mind.
Yeah. So, yes. That expansion I had to pull out from for a bit. If you look at my hatchery, I'm about to get some extra lava come out because of my queen's spawn lava ability, which means I can build a lot of stuff very quickly.
Just want to quickly point out something here that you're not seeing, which is that Junglist was using our terrible machine here in the office and was actually timing out quite a lot. So all this, you have to imagine it interspersed with, you know,
waiting for player.
If we look here, actually Jeremy's got a good strategy going on here, in that he's getting a bunch of his excess overlords and placing them in the corner of the map. Now obviously Zerg rely a lot on the overlords for production, so to avoid the whole overlord hunting thing, it's good to try and move what you don't need out of the way.
Quite.
Now what's going on down here, I'm massing a bunch of zealots at my ramp. I'm also sending one out to each of these Zel Naga towers, so I was actually kind of cluey as to what was going on.
More or less.
For most of the game. Unfortunately, I didn't really see that much pass.
Yeah, no, I think
between the map.
A lot. Strikes, I think, were few and far between. Though, if you look to the right of the map, I've got a bunch of roaches that are moving up on a scout to Junglist's expansion just at the right time to catch this drone.
Blah blah blah. Oh, poor little drone.
Yeah, and I just
an example of a custom death animation there.
And then he moves his own roaches in. I think it was a bit of a standoff. I lost a few more than he did, and then I ran out of there. And I think he pulled them back. Yep. So he could have taken the fight sooner, but obviously he probably didn't know what else I had. Fortunately for me.
One of the great things about StarCraft 2 is that you really do. You don't want to just go in blind. You really do want to see what your opponent's doing.
So Anthony, I see you've just lifted off the command center there. What was the intention with that?
Well, I've just flown it over the rocks to that expansion up the top, because everybody's paranoid about this internal land bridge. They're all like making sure no one, because they think of that as a way to kind of attack your opponent on the sly. So I've just gone, oh well, that's where I'll expand to, because no one's going to come there. Whereas people are constantly harassing the expansion that's called the natural. You see, unfortunately, what I should have done was kill my own rocks, for reasons which will become apparent shortly.